What's going on, guys? I just wanted to pop in and give you guys the exciting news for the channel. I've kind of gone about doing something that I thought was very valuable to you guys, and that is bringing John Jewett and Luke Miller to the channel. John Jewett runs a channel called J3U.
Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Sanch here. Welcome back to another installment here on the Bodybuilding News Network, specifically an installment of Bodybuilding Daily, where we talk about all things hot topic and trending. And very hot and very off the press is Fouad Abiad Media. Obviously, Fouad Abiad's brand has announced, and I'm actually super stoked about this, they're going to bring on J3U University, which includes John Jewett, his wife Renee, we just talked about. And then I think there's a couple other guys to include the gentleman who does the editing and posting on the John Jewett YouTube channel. They've done a variety of years of really, really good content that I've watched in depth, where John goes into, understanding blood work and the differences between enhanced and natural, training philosophy, methodologies. It's a very in-depth library, dictionary of knowledge, and you definitely need to check it out. But Fouad has been a patriarch within our industry and really a trendsetter. I loved some of the words he said in the video. You can watch it. The link will be in the description. But at the end of it, I was actually getting goosebumps because he said a bodybuilding outlet, which I think a news network, a bodybuilding network sounds way better. But he's just, generally saying a bodybuilding outlet is what he wants the Fouad Abiad Media to move into that space and bring on people like John Jewett to have more science-based discussions on the channel, to include continuing the Bro Chat and other shows of that nature. But then he also said bringing in potentially a young guy to talk about bodybuilding news. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be silly and think that he's speaking specifically about me, but I think that it would be an amazing opportunity to work with Fouad Abiad. As you know, I'm friends with Paul, and I've spoke with Neil Curry a few times, so it would be kind of cool to be part of that team. But all I'm saying is I'm open to the opportunity. I'll definitely be talking. I'm trying to get an interview with Paul to discuss the amateur ARnold, since he'll be judging in it. Hopefully we can do a recap with him. But very happy to hear this news from Fouad Abiad and his team. I know his wife, I think, does help with the brand as well. So in the background, I don't know too much about who's all on brand, on board with the Real Bodybuilding podcast and how that ties in with Hostile and things of that nature. But again, I'm very excited for this announcement. It really is setting a precedent for what bodybuilding is going to look like in the next 5 to 10 years. Now, what I was going to talk about regardless was John Jewett announcing he's an open bodybuilder now. He announced his debut a while ago. We discussed it just a few weeks ago on the channel, but he has announced that he will be doing the Tampa Pro in the men's open bodybuilding division, which is 23 weeks out. I am genuinely excited. Ever since John Jewett placed fourth in the 212 at the 2019, 2020 Mr. Olympia, his placings did fall since then, and from that he had his discussion with his family, his wife, his team, and they decided to make the move to open. I'm interested to see how that translates, as John is, again, why he got brought on. He really knows about training, he knows about nutrition, and we're going to see how that translates into the open stage. Next up, we have Angela Borges. This lady is a top runner in the women's wellness division, and she has announced that she will be doing the Arnold Classic, obviously. Silly thing for me to say, but she's 5 days out from the Arnold Classic, sharing some recent physique updates in the, what does that look like, a kitchen? Does it look like a kitchen? It kind of looks like a kitchen to me. And she's going to be one of those people in the conversation, be, 1, 2, 3. She finished, third this year, so or second, right? Second, I don't know. Sorry, I'm not too in tune with the women's wellness when we get to the top levels. More on the amateur stuff, though. I'm excited to see her get on stage. She looks like she's in great conditioning. I can't remember if it was her or a different lady, but sometimes the enhancements up top sometimes take away from the physique, and maybe that's just me of personal bias towards I'm more of a butt guy, if you will. And that kind of it fits well with wellness, But her, and then I know there's another one that has crazy enhancements up top, and in my opinion, it kind of pulls away from the physique. You can add to it a little bit, with surgery. That is something that the women are privy to do, and it seems that some of the guys do as well. I've seen some ab implants and some glute implants, calf implants I've seen. So it's definitely not just the women that are doing things like that, but it is, for the most part, very common within the women's divisions. But I do wish her luck on her upcoming contest. Again, 5 days out from the ARnold Classic, as we just are creeping up on it. I will talk about some new shirts that we have, not the ones we normally talk about, but some more shirts in just a moment. Next up, I wanted to talk about Miss Holly, who won her first wellness show at this, the Golden Coast Muscle down in LA or San Diego. It was one of the shows I did want to go to, but I ended up not going, trying to prioritize and be more strategic about the NPC shows I go to. And as well, if they're not going to give me a press pass, I'm not going to go, because that's it's going to really add a lot of price to the reporting season this year, as I am in San Francisco and I have to drive all the way down there. But she did win her True Novice overall. She won the True Novice in general, however that works, and then she also won another Novice, and she placed second in the Open. So, big congratulations to her. I'm sure she's excited and looking forward to the rest of her season, as she is now qualified for regionals. Next up, Vladimir Suhoruchko, sharing some physique updates this morning with his coach, Dennis, the big bad wolf, Dennis Wolf, sorry. Not Dennis James. There's two big Dennises out there. Well, not so much. He downsized after his car accident, but he did try to make a comeback. Vlad, again, sharing some physique updates fresh into the off season. And if you do remember, he was the one guy who didn't finish at the Men's Open. So I'm really hoping that he does come into this year continuing to perfect his physique. He's a big guy. He needs to really balance out the rest of his physique, the flow to it. And someone who does not need to work on balancing his physique at all is this gentleman, 12 weeks out from the muscle contest, São Paulo Pro, Lucas Coelho. I'll never get it right. I never get any of the names right. And that's something that, of anything, that is the one very consistent thing here that we do on the Bodybuilding News Network. Like I said, sharing some physique updates. I was wondering if he was going to do the amateur Arnold Brazil, but it looks like he has officially announced throwing his hat into the São Paulo Pro, which again is going to be one of those south of the border, at least when we look at the United States shows. I believe it's in Brazil, but of course you can correct me if I'm wrong in the comment sections below. But best of luck to him. And last but certainly not least, I did hint at it. When we get to the ARnold Classic, I fly in on Wednesday morning. I'll be there super early, about 6 a.m., and then I'm going to hop right into the amateur Arnold and get my coverage on there. I just finished making about 20 t-shirts that I'm not actually wearing it now. Well, I don't think I am. No. The Bodybuilding News Network signature, the new generation, new era, right? I think is what I called it. The new era classic team. It's the logo that you see on the screen now. I'll be carrying about 20 of those, 10 large and 10 medium. The medium is going to fit a woman just fine. The large fits me, and I'm 6'2", 219 pounds, I believe, right? Yeah, as of this morning, 219 pounds. So if it fits you, great. If it doesn't, you can always order them online. They are available. I just posted them over at bodybuildingnews.net. You can pick them up in black, army green, olive green, navy blue, and charcoal. Those are available. So check them out. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe, and then I will see you in another video very soon for my official ARnold Classic predictions video.